Previously in Dolmenwood.
It would appear we have found the killer of Sir Crumvaller. Who cares about the night? What's happening to our kids?
What good am I dead? You know, they'll kill me if they don't kill him.
We need to go and work out what's happened. Nub says that the body smelled like the wine. I smell like the wine. There's a dead mouse involved. I had a dead mouse earlier. I'm not quite sure where that fits in.
Father, if you do get in there and you do have a word, I'm all ears. I'll hear you out in terms of Matthew's innocence, but I'm going for a pint.
They're not going to just let me walk in with some random guy that looks like he's just wandering off the streets.
I've been sent here because there's been lots of people making fuss recently, and we don't want fuss through the ferry door.
I don't want him dead. I wasn't trying to get to me.
You broke your oath to the one true God, and now you will hang in the morning.
The man who solved the crime, and he's going to be a knight. Let's get him a drink. Come on.
That's 9 gulps, that is.
Unfortunately for you, its effect is it brings on a woozy empathy.
Oh, okay.
Hello and welcome, Flufferinos, to episode 5 of Dice Fluffers Do A Dolmenwood. I'm your humble host this evening. Come in, weary traveller, kick those boots off, hang your rain-soaked coat on the rack, and warm your aching cockles by the fire. Ooh, not too close now. Nobody enjoys a singed cockle. Oh, are those cockles relaxed and ready? What even is a cockle? Never mind. Let's begin. So, 2 things today. First, we apologise that this episode is a little short, particularly if you like consistent length, or a longer length, for episodes. The reason is that this episode is the end of our second session, and I think it ended with a pretty juicy cliffhanger for my players, so I thought it was a good idea to, incorporate that into the episode. The second thing is that I have re-recorded some dialogue. As mentioned before, the audio recorded on this second session was not great, and this is the last of it here. Hooray! But also, there is a character who had a distinctive accent that I forgot to replicate in this recording, and whilst I wanted to keep the posterity of the live recording, I felt to make the dialogue clearer and the character more consistent ultimately helps tell the story better, as well as help you follow the characters and the story a little easier as well. So I decided to go that way. I could not have mentioned this and probably shouldn't have, but I don't know. I wanted to be upfront about that sort of stuff at least. Hopefully you didn't notice the 10 minutes where all 5 of us became chimps last episode due to an awkward family curse. But I digress. Trigger warnings for this episode are violence, drinking, bad language. So, now, whilst Guillaume and Oberon enact their plan to find Matthew for answers, we join our knight-errant and his squire as he finishes a well-earned pint for condemning a man to death.
Should we cut back to Bogways? Yeah. What are you guys doing? What are you up to? How far are you into that drink?
I was actually asking you how far into that pint am I, or are you asking me how far I'm into it?
Oh man, then if you're asking me, I'm gonna roll.
Oh yeah, no, go for it. I'm more than happy for you to make that.
Let's do a percentage, and should we say the percentage is how much of the drink you've drank, or how much drink you've got left to drink?
How much I've had. How much
you've drank. You have drank it. You have drank over half, just about 55% of it.
Wow.
And Sidley, I assume he's enjoying the.
If depending on how Josper is, Sidley's going to be weaseling his way over, because this is now a font of power that I can now feed off. I've been chatting up the birds for him, hoping to get sloppy seconds. Depending on how drunk Josper looks, because Sidley knows he can't handle his grog. Sidley's going to be straight up, go, whoa, champ, you got to save your strength. Those 2 ladies there, you know what I mean? They want a bit.
I don't know if I can think about ladies right now. Sidley, I don't know, maybe it's the whole day. I mean, it's been a funny 8 hours or so. I've not had a day like this in my entire life, and poor accurate Matthew, I mean,
the murderer,
he's not even had a day like this in his life either.
Let's get whoa! You go melancholy on me. You solved the murder. You saved your own life. That's a win-win. You're going to be a knight. Let's do this.
What kind of knight, though? Am I going to be a good knight? Has this been a good night?
It's what you've always wanted to do. Come on, this is it. This is your dream.
Yeah, but like this?
What do you mean like this? Okay, you're not going to be this drunk when you're doing it. Is that what you mean?
Well, that's one thing. Never get this drunk. I'm telling you.
Jesus.
Never get this drunk.
How much have you had? You've had, oh dear.
I've had 55%.
Oh, you know you're not allowed more than 30.
No. I just tell me, am I a good man?
Yeah.
You delayed. You paused.
Well, what do you mean by good? Are you a church-going thumper like the father? No. Are you a good bloke, decent, honest, good-working bloke? Yeah.
I'm not honest, though, am I? Not truly.
What have you lied about? Okay, apart from getting into those ladies' knickers last week, but that was part of the thing. That was fine.
That was a half-truth anyway, because
Exactly.
I found those knickers, so technically I did get into them slightly, but I didn't fit.
Yeah, you look good in them as well.
That's the last time I have like in Kurdish mead. I'll tell you that much. I'm not doing that again.
But no, what are you asking?
I have lied though, slightly. I've bent the truth. That much is true. I bent it.
Okay, but the guy did confess.
But Robes said he kind of confessed to wanting the guy dead. I mean, I've wanted a guy dead.
There's only a few times in our friendship that Sidley's done this. It's usually when you're a bit worse for wear and he's trying to get you to sober up. He just takes the pint off, he puts it down, looks, makes sure no one's listening, just grabs your head, and just puts his head right next to yours. Are you saying what I think you're saying? That you're going to solve this crime twice in one night?
With the help of my best friend, I think we can solve it thrice. And I hold up 2 fingers.
Sidley just grabs you, just sort of around the neck. Barkeep, 2 coffees and a loaf of bread. Get this boy sober.
Might not be coffee, might be a tea.
Just anything to sober him up. Just eat, trust me.
Okay. See the loaf come out, and I just do a little callback. I just go, the ham sandwich, and a little bit of sick comes out.
A little callback there.
A little bit.
Yeah,
As you do that, you notice clumping next to the bar is the Burkmaster, the mayor. And things do kind of quieten up. And he orders like a really fine, sort of posh sort of drink. He takes it and drinks it. And looks at you two and he's like, it is done. And he looks like satisfied, but at the same time, I don't know, like a little sad. Looks around in sort of disgust at the rabble and then leaves.
Okay, as he's walking out, I'm just gonna just give it a half 50% force slap to Joffrey. We got sober up now. We're gonna solve this twice in one day. We're following him. Let's do this.
All right, so yeah, you guys start sort of start stalking Baldric. Kind of
fucking hell.
Gets on his horse and clip clops at a kind of slow sort of canter back to his big sort of mansion house, but then it's a little sort of side road, like the little annex where like he lives, because it's Malbleak's kind of domain. But I would like you guys to roll with dexterity, I assume, if you're trying to just do it. It's not be caught, not be seen.
Is that like performance? Because I'm thinking if we're acting drunk for a little bit of it and then...
Well, we could do performance, and then I would say it would probably add your intelligence.
So we've got 7 in total.
7. All right. Okay. So yeah, you follow him, and as it appears, you don't seem to feel like he's sort of spotted you. You know, he kind of slumps off his horse. You know, sort of stable master sort of takes it away, and then he kind of heads into his door and then closes it. You notice it's slightly ajar. What do you do?
Again, just check on Joffrey. Like, is he sober? Are you sobering?
He's sobering slightly because the getting out of the pub and it's a bit windy, a bit gusty.
Yeah, why don't you make a roll? Make a constitution to resist
Oh, you've got your way, Luke. You got a low one. I rolled a 3.
Right. So on your character sheet, as you've got it up, can you see the little area to like mark it? There's like little dots above the number.
Yeah.
So mark Constitution. When you've marked 5 of those, your Constitution will go up a point. So failure's not always that bad.
Except for
Yeah,
19-year-old.
you're really not well. Knock your Constitution down. Where it says current.
So it's on 9 currently, so that's going down to 8 then.
Yeah, if it's on 9, go down to 8.
Yeah.
So you're now at -1. You should.
And it should be -1 on the modifier. Okay. Cool.
You feel really worse for wear. Like you feel a little bit weak. What do you do?
Oh shit! Okay, are we sneaking in? I say we're sneaking.
I'm going to crawl in. I can't.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
As you walk in, it looks a little bit sort of dim as you kind of step inside. You're like, what? And then you feel sort of a light flicker on, and the Bergmaster's right in front of you, Fiddly, and he sort of grabs you and pins you to the wall.
Whoa.
And then he pulls out a knife and puts it towards you.
What are you after, young man?
Sorry, we're a little bit drunk, and I think we've got to the wrong home.
That you've been following me since I left the pub.
Who are you? Oh, yes. Oh, we wanted to ask you a question. Well, 2, actually. 1, and he gives a little wink to Jospray.
Good God. And then he realises you're not a threat at all. Pushes you straight onto a chair. Just plonks you both down. And it's like,
what do you want?
Right. 1, is the bishop a werewolf? 2, you looked upset. Did Matthew do it?
Who the hell is Matthew?
The lad we're hanging tomorrow for the murder of...
I don't know. Probably.
Probably. Why do you look really sad?
Look, now, I had nothing to do with it, but Cromwell dying, in all honesty, solves a lot of my problems.
It's just looking at Jospray.
So Jospray's like on a 5 to 30 second delay here, so all he can say is, "Sir, we appear to be in the wrong drunk, and I don't know how he wandered into this home."
He starts to like make himself a drink.
I'm just worried about Matthew. He's just a chap. I'm just a chap. There's 2 chaps that probably didn't kill Rusty Wool, you know?
Look, I don't want this boy to be killed any more than I didn't want you to be killed. In fact, if I had to choose, I probably would have preferred it had been you. But the fact remains, it had to be someone, didn't it?
So let us point the finger elsewhere.
Yeah, why can't it be the right one, Berkmaster?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm the Berkmaster who controls this entire town. But we all know the truth, don't we? Who really controls this town?
Just level with me. Do you feel as though Father Dobie has been completely upfront with us? Completely truthful? Just that one question. Then I'm gone. Well, then I'm throwing up, but then I'm gone after that.
If that man has secrets, I don't know them.
Werewolf. Do we tell him?
I'm very sleepy, sir, and I don't know how much longer I can stay awake. But I'm not one to keep secrets from my friends. We may know about a certain secret. That's all.
Okay.
Which one of you had it?
And he looks at you, Fiddly.
I saw you. I smelt you. When my guards patted you down, smelled like you shit yourself where you had my letter on you, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, you're in a whole heap of trouble, you pair. A whole heap of trouble.
All right, let's go with the fairy and the friar.
Sounds like a play.
Oh, man, I'm afraid of
Sounds like a
Brilliant.
great
I'd watch that shit.
Yeah.
Your people have managed to build buildings that touch the clouds, yet you can't spin a decent fabric to save your life. Look at the state of this wall. You've just butchered the sheep that gave its life for this.
How do you guys make wool? Because we don't kill our sheep to do it.
You know?
No, we just kill them to eat them.
Dreadful.
Well, you're
This
having
is
this-
walking Albert. This is
While
walking
you're having
Albert.
this chat, you're walking right, and you're kind of throwing these disguises on and heading towards.
Scratching as we walk along.
Yeah, the
I'm
police
not
officer-
disguised. Bear in mind,
Yeah,
like I'm
obviously,
just, yeah.
You make it there, and some of the guards look up and go, "Can we help you?"
We're just here to see the new prisoner. I'm going to need him his last rites before tomorrow.
Oh, okay, going in. But then the other one next to him sort of goes, "Whoa, we should probably ask Father Dobie."
Young man, Father Dobie has sent me over here.
All right, let's roll.
Yeah, charisma is 0.
I know that feeling.
9.
So they go, "Oh, all right, fine, go ahead in." And then as you're about to walk in, you go, "Oh, excuse me, gentlemen, excuse me. Oh,
Good day to you two.
and it's Father Dobie.
I just had a spirited conversation with our curate Matthew. I think he's very exhausted and tired from the events of the day. I'm not sure he requires any further assistance from the likes of us. Is that not right, eh? Oh, I don't believe I've met your friend, Friar.
Oh, he's
And he just
I-
reaches up and kind of lowers your hood.
I've seen people do it in human cultures. I extend my hand to shake his and then cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You see him kind of smile and kind of sort of shake your hand kind of with like a wry smile. And then he kind of pulls it away and goes, "Very well. Good day to you both. Let them talk. I'm pretty sure there can be no further damage to that soul." And walks away swiftly.
Did I get
Not
anything?
sure if you saw a flash of like,
Hmm.
are you going in or what?
yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
come
going to
on,
go and do God.
You head in and they lead you, and you see Matthew, and he looks up forlornly. He sees you and recognizes you straight away.
Have the guards
Okay.
gone?
Yeah. There
Yeah.
are CCTV cameras.
Okay. So I say to him through the bars, I'm just like, oh my boy, I'm so sorry. I feel like this is all my fault. But we're here to try and help. So I know this is going to sound strange, and I don't want you to ask too many questions. I want you to trust in what I'm trying to do here. Would you just come over here and just hold this man's hand for just a moment?
Probably needs to be more than
he's-
a moment, actually. The longer, the better. to be
Would you
honest.
come over here and hold this man's hand for more than a few moments? Is it better?
Yeah. It's good.
he's
I don't have
slumped-
to lie to him.
He's
He's already been
slumped in
lied
the
to quite a
corner,
lot.
completely despondent, just resigned.
I ain't got any spells left, have I?
Nope.
Oh no,
Are you
I
praying?
haven't.
You
You've got other
Praise
stuff
the one,
though
but
on
I've only used that
your
once.
on your Friar sheet. You've got other
Yeah,
spells. I
I'm
don't know.
looking at
You've got other moves. I don't know how they would help, but got moves, baby. Disciple, pray, convert, lay on hands.
Excuse me, friend. I know Sidley's dad over here has just asked you to come over and get what appears to be felt up by me. I'm going to lay it on you straight. I'm from the other side of the fairy door. I am intending on seeing if there's anything on you that could exonerate you from the crime that you've been accused of. I'm pretty sure, listening to some of the other people in this God's forsaken town, that you don't like fairies. Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to live with one rubbing you up a bit to try and save your life. So if you could just waddle your way over here, let's stop being sad for 5 minutes, and we'll just get on with it. I'm here to help you. I'm here to be your friend, and then afterwards you can go and praise your God and apologise for getting touched up by a fairy, but at least you stand a chance of getting out of this cell.
He looks up and says, "You're a fairy."
Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen the demons and the devilry?
Excuse me. I mean, I'm here looking for fuss, and that's a level of fuss that I've not. Oh, that's my God.
Was he cloaked in black?
Was he cloaked in black? I've not seen a demon anywhere, mate.
And then he looks kind of away and says, "The one true God. He couldn't have been the one true God. He's condemned me. Maybe it's a test. Try to remember, but I just remember seeing the one true God looking upon me. Gave me something to hold tight. Pull it away. Pull it away."
He hasn't condemned you. He even if it is his doing, then remember the story of Ashtok, who was given boils and he was being tested by God to see if he gave up on God's love, and he did, and it was a shame. But he it was a way of testing his belief. Now you are having your belief tested right now, so let us do what we are trying to do. Let us help you. Let us, even if you have no concern for yourself right now, which I understand how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have no concern for yourself right now, if they carry on with what they're going to do tomorrow, then we're never going to find the man who actually did it.
Who's got the highest intelligence? I want you to roll, add that, and then add another +1.
I've got 11.
But 12. I'm still on a 0. But...
Decide which one's rolling.
You roll then.
Okay, he shuffles over. Maybe it works like this. Like he's still despondent, and he's just saying, "Pull it away, pull it away." And you feel like maybe that's it. You've had your time, and you go to step away. You hear a kind of like a bit of metal. And you turn around and you see his hand has like come out of the prison. And then we'll cut back to Jospray and Sidley in the Burkmaster's sort of living quarters. And he's sitting there with a sort of dark liquor in like a goblet.
Crumbwaller found out what happened to my boy. The story was he was summoned to work in Redwaith Manor under Lord Malbleet. My daughter, as you know, is one of our Lord's wives. She was the one who told me he went missing. The truth is, I haven't seen my boy since. I hear awful things. What Malbleet likes to do, likes to play with magic and creatures. My daughter alludes to dangerous ideas. No one was to know about my son's absence, but somehow Crumbwaller found out, and he used it. Now, when it is tax collection, I walk past the Crumbwaller residence. Last time I saw him, he was spouting, "Oh, they didn't stop with my boy. that kind of talk.
I'm so sorry to hear about your boy and your girl. That is... I mean, I'm a boy, so I can attest to just how awful that would be. Sidley, you're a boy. How bad is that?
Yeah, terrible.
So Crumwaller, then, he was kind of couldn't keep Sturm. He was throwing his weight around and he was picked off. Is that what you're saying?
Crumballer knows some things, but he had enough sense to keep them quiet. The only thing I can think is found a piece of evidence is too much. But we shall be drinking a toast. We made it. We're all fine. As long as nothing changes. We go to bed, make a prayer for that sad boy in the church, and we move on with our lives. Now, see yourselves out.
I'm done walking out. I'm just like, so many sad boys. So many sad boys.
You need more bread.
And the girls. And the girls.
Oh, the girls.
Right.
Well.
We'll cut back. And Oberyn and Guillaume, you are next to Matthew in the cell, separated by bars. Oberyn, you're holding his hand and kind of getting a sense. Guillaume, you're maybe pacing. Wish you had a drop of that wine,
No, I've just got my hand on Oberyn's shoulder.
Okay, all right.
I'm there as support.
And as you kind of get a sense of this boy, you get a sense of something in his mind, in his memory almost, and there's a flash of this figure standing over him. You're looking up, he's looking up, but you're looking up, and it's looming over him and saying, "I am the one true God," and then thrusting a rope into your hands and saying, "Pull it away, pull it away," pointing, walking, and then another flash, and then you kind of bounce back, you let go of his hand, you fall back, hit the wall, slide down, and you just get this stench of burnt sugar. It's all sort of curled up in your nostrils, and it's you can hear the crack of a rune being broken and used. And you know what happened.
Next time in Dolmenwood.
We spoke with the Burkmaster, and through careful interrogation on my part, I was able to deduce some serious revelations.
You've soiled Crumwaller's armour.
It's bubbling out the bottom.
Don't your family make candles?
Yeah, pretty high quality ones as well, scented.
Yeah, no wonder. You don't really make it to the end of that paragraph, I feel, and the hooded figure lunges towards Josbury with the knife towards your throat. What do you do?
I clearly dodged that with ease.
What do you mean it's not going to work? Did you kill him?